Hey my G's, hey my G's, hey my G's, ba 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 ba. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Timz. Welcome to Timz Anecdotes. Today's topic is a very sensitive one, but it is a topic that I need to speak of. Reason for me saying this is I've not because of what I know of, but because of past experiences that I've had regarding this. And it's a topic that we avoid, but at the end of the day, avoiding it costs us so much. And I will be talking on past experiences that I've had in regards with the red flags and also close relations that I have had and with friends and people. I'm sure you guys have seen by the title. Why is it that women ignore the red flags that they see? So I decided, let me come out here and speak to you ladies about this topic or about this matter or subject. It's what I'm about to say or give to you guys is, I think, ways in which you can protect yourself and you can get out of the situation. You can get out of the situation safely and in one piece. It saddens me to see women going through such. So I decided, let me come out here and talk to you ladies. Whether it's ladies that are currently in toxic relationships, whether it's ladies that don't want to speak out because they are afraid, or it's ladies who are saying, I've had enough with this toxic relationship, but I don't know how to go about it. I don't know how to get out of it. So I'm here today and I'm going to speak to you ladies on ways that you can emotionally detach yourself from a toxic relationship. I don't want to say it's not a stigma. I don't want to put it like that, but I'm not sure whether it's out of fear or, and I'm going to say it the way I say it. I'm not sure if it's enjoyment of toxic relationships, because for the life of me, I don't know what possesses a woman to stay and maintain a relationship that is toxic. For the life of me, I don't know. And it's sad. It's so sad because you stay in that toxic relationship and you accept and you swallow the abuse, whether it is verbal abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, all sorts of abuse. I'm not sure. So I thought, let me be Timz and let me come out here and give you guys ways in which you can, if you are in such a relationship, ways for you to detach yourself emotionally from that relationship. And then after this process, I think it will be better for you to exit the relationship. Because trust you me, it is not nice for another woman to see another woman going through such, or being in that relationship where we both know it ain't taking you anywhere. It ain't taking you anywhere. It ain't growing you. It's not good for you. So let me get to it. Let me drink, because it's going to be a rough one. So how to emotionally detach yourself from a toxic relationship. Tip number 1. These are 5 ways. So I'm just going to say tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, tip 4. It's not really tips, it's ways. Or let me put it, number 1. Let me not say tips, let me just say number 1. How to emotionally detach yourself from a toxic relationship. Think with your head and not with your heart. I don't know why that is so difficult for us women to do when we are in relationships. It's bad enough that it is a toxic relationship, but we have to think with our heads and not with our emotions. I beg you, women out there, put the emotions aside. Yes, you might be in the state of, I love him, he's all that I've known, I don't know better than him. So does that mean that you are going to accept the abuse and you are going to settle for the abuse in whichever way that it comes in? You've got to let the heart go. You've just got to put all emotions aside and start using your head. Let your head lead you and not your heart or emotions. Because if you let your emotions lead you, you are not going to go anywhere. You are going to be stuck in that relationship and console yourself with the fact that, oh, he said he's sorry. He said he loves me. He said he's sorry. He said he loves you. Yet he is abusing you. Yet the relationship is toxic. Girl, you know better. Don't tell me you don't know better. You know, if you don't know better, let me tell you, there is better out there. There is better out there. But it saddens me that a woman will stay in a toxic relationship and lose herself in that toxic relationship instead of leaving it and discovering other relationships out there, which will be good for her heart and her soul. I am telling you, there is better out there. Start having your head lead you and not your heart. Because your heart ain't gonna get you anywhere, Baba. We don't wanna reach a point where it becomes a scenario now where you stayed in this relationship and then shit hit the fan. and then you are no more. Because once you allow it, once it happens, it's gonna happen again. Start thinking with your head and not with your heart. Number 2, keep yourself busy. Have a life. If you are that woman or that girl in this scenario of a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship, and you feel that this is everything, this is your all, but you still accept the abuse. He doesn't call you. He comes to you when he wants to. He doesn't pick up your calls when you call him. Every time you want to meet up with him, he makes these silly excuses. Start having a life. Start being busy. Occupy yourself with other things. Go to the gym. Start yoga classes. Start attending a book club. Do something, woman, that will occupy your mind. The less you think about this, you are heading in the right direction of detaching yourself emotionally from this relationship. And you are heading in a direction where you are discovering other things. Keep busy. Have a life. Start doing things which will occupy your head. And stop thinking about this toxic relationship. English. Stop it. Start doing you. Why have you lost yourself in this relationship? And it has become your all and your everything that you think there is no way out of it. Girl, we both know it's toxic. We both know it's toxic. So get the F out of it. Number 3, remind yourself of the toxic relationship. As harsh as that sounds, remind yourself of all the bad that is doing to you. In this way, you are just overwhelming yourself with all the bad that is in this relationship. Then you ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth it that you are feeling this way? Is it worth it that you cry every day? Is it worth it that you have bruises? Is it all worth it? Remind yourself of the toxic relationship, because then in this way, you're going to weigh the good of the relationship against the bad or the toxic side of the relationship. And if you are right in the head, we both know which decision or which side you're going to go or fall onto. You deserve good. You don't deserve the bad. You don't. If not, take a piece of paper. Write down all the good that has come out of the relationship. Write down all the bad that has come out of the relationship. And if the bad exceeds the good, get out of the relationship, because it is not worth it. It's not worth it. And I don't know which woman out there enjoys seeing another woman being hurt as friends, as mates, as sisters, as mothers. I have not seen any woman out there who enjoys seeing another woman going through such. Hence why I'm here today, giving you guys these ways in order for you to detach yourself emotionally from a toxic relationship. I want the best for the next woman. I do not enjoy it when a sister comes to me and cries and says, this and this and this and this and this is happening in my relationship. The man is treating me like this, like this, like this, like this. He's doing 1, 2, 3 to me. It's not a nice feeling. Because I am you, you are me. Why would I want that for you when I don't want that for myself? Remind yourself of the toxic relationship. Then afterwards, decide what you want to do with your life. Do you want to rediscover yourself? Do you want to heal and move on and let go? Or do you want to stay in this toxic relationship until abuse or whatever gets to a point where now it leads you 6 feet under, or it leads you in a hospital bed, all broken? Remind yourself of the toxic relationship. Number 4, let go and find you. After the third way, whereby you've reminded yourself of the toxic relationship, the next step is to let go and remind yourself why you exist. What is your purpose in this world? And find you. Trust you me, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because you are so emotionally invested in this relationship that became toxic. But it is possible to find yourself again. It is so possible. And once you rediscover yourself, the world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. And trust you me, there are good guys out there. Not saying all guys are bad or all relationships are toxic. There are good relationships out there. But the minute you see that red flag, the minute you allow it to happen, you're giving platform to your partner to do it again. Or you're telling him that it's okay for him to abuse you. It's okay for him to do everything that he's doing to you. Let it go. Let it go and find yourself. Find you. Rediscover you. Number 5. I think this one is we are all guilty of as women. You know, we are all guilty of as women. Number one, where I said, think with your head and not with your heart. I said it's difficult for us as women. But trust you me, it's very easy for a guy to think with his head and not with his heart. Like this. So what makes you think we can't do it also? This one is I am admitting we are all guilty of it. But I have learned not to do it, or I've learned to stop myself from doing it. Because once I do it, then I lose myself. I lose myself. So number 5 is never surrender your control. Never surrender your control. The minute you surrender your control, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Don't give another person that platform to control you, because then you lose yourself. You lose yourself and you become a puppet. You become a puppet. You are agreeing to everything, you're doing everything, you are accepting everything. You can't think for yourself anymore, because then somebody else is thinking for you. Never surrender your control over things or over your life. It is your life. You were not brought here to be somebody's doormat, somebody's punching bag. You were not. You were brought here for a purpose. And as women, it's time we realize that we as women have a greater purpose in this universe. We have a greater purpose. Never surrender your control to anybody. You are great. You are beautiful. You are all mother. My ladies, it wasn't easy doing this video. I could literally feel in the way that I'm talking. It wasn't easy doing this video. But it was necessary for me. Or let me not say. Let me scratch out what I just said. Ladies, it was not easy doing this video. However, it was necessary for me to do this video. As a woman to another woman, to another sister out there. The minute you see the red flags, address it immediately. Once you allow it to happen once, and apologies are being given, and statements are given saying or stating it will never happen again. You've allowed it once. Trust you me, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. So the minute it happens, take yourself and your dignity out of that and leave. Leave. Here in South Africa, I don't know how many cases we have had of toxic relationships, and where the women were abused or the women were ended in that relationship. I'm not going to mention names, but we all know, we all watch the news, where it has come to a point where it's been reported now on the news. This lady was found where this lady, this and this has happened to them because of being in a toxic relationship. Get yourself out of it. If you are in a toxic relationship, get yourself out of it, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And these ways that I have mentioned might not be easy ways in the beginning, but trust you me. Trust you me. They will be worth it at the end of the day. They will be worth it at the end of the day. I cannot emphasize it, how sad it is to see another sister going through such. Follow these ways, and day by day, you will eventually and ultimately find yourself again. 5 ways to emotionally detach yourself from a toxic relationship. Think with your head and not with your heart. Keep busy. Have a life. Remind yourself of the toxic relationship. Let go and find you. And the 5th one is never surrender your control. Go by with these 5 ways, and slowly but surely you will detach yourself emotionally from any toxic relationship. My ladies, honest truth, I just want the best for every woman out there. And it's never nice. So if you find yourself in such a relationship, if you are in such a relationship, if you are scared to get out of such a relationship, just ponder on these 5 ways that I've given you. Just put them into practice and see how far you get or how far you go. My G's, my ladies, it was a sad one, but reality that we are living, and I felt the need to come out and just speak to you ladies, or speak to gents, because I cannot just categorize toxic relationship towards women only. Men also find themselves in toxic relationships. So anyone out there who finds himself in toxic relationships, follow these 5 ways of emotionally detaching yourself from that relationship and see how far you get. Please don't forget to comment on the comment sections or the comment section. Let me know. Give me your 2 cents about it. But I strongly feel about this topic. Give me your 2 cents on it. And if you are that person who is currently in such a relationship, just take a moment. Write these 5 ways down and follow them through and see how far you get. Don't forget to share my videos. Don't forget to like my videos. And don't forget to subscribe to your girl, Timz, aka Timz Anecdotes. I'll check you guys on the next one. I love you, my ladies. I love you, my G's.